Manu, what are the most common patterns you see in the failed projects?
Improper planning, poor quality of execution, and third is
At what stage does a project in context of master planning usually fails? Is it planning or is it execution or is it sales?
it can fail at any level, but if it isn't planned well, then the chances of failure are much higher on the later stages as well.
Now for a developer that yes, because the economic understanding, financial understanding, government policy, so many things must be there, and I'm sure this journey would be pretty challenging, no?
It was very interesting, I would say. जब मैंने प्लानिंग करी थी 2004 में स्टार्ट किया था, तब मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि हम ये वाले प्रोजेक्ट्स इस तरह से कर रहे होंगे.
What is the number one mistake developers make before choosing an architect, specifically in context of master planning? So welcome to the Build Legacy show, जहाँ होती है real बात real बंदों के साथ, powered by D-Arc Build. Today, I feel extremely honored to have another special guest with me. Her name is architect Manu Goel, and for last over 22 years, she's been a practicing architect and an inventor of a strategic, profitable master planning 2.0 framework through which she has helped multiple developers and a lot of landowners to actually understand the true essence of master planning, to let them avoid a lot of mistakes and to truly get the highest ROI from their own asset base. So she's an author of multiple books and a podcaster herself as well. And I'm extremely happy to get a lot of wisdom, a lot of nuggets from her and from the entire experience which she has gained in the entire journey of heading as a principal architect and a strategic advisor under Novak. So over to you. Thank you, ma'am, for just being here with us. And I want to understand how did this all journey started of master planning. So over to you, ma'am, Manu.
Thank you so much, Ankur, and I'm absolutely honored to be on this discussion today on strategic, profitable master plan advisory. How did it all start? So you introduced me as an architect. I question that, whether I'm just an architect, whether I'm just a planner, whether I'm just an advisor. I think strategic advisory has shades of all of these,
Wow.
just like your real estate projects have shades of all of these. So I think it started with slowly, over the years, doing projects one by one, learning from the projects as well as upskilling ourselves as we went along, and building an organization which has multiple strengths. So once we started putting all of that together, years of experience, my firm is now 51 years old. So years of experience, different types of expertise that comes with projects, and the experience of dealing on large scale projects of various kinds. So then I think uska nichod jo hai wo banta chala gaya, and this is how this advisory came about.
Wow. So if I ask you what is master planning, how would you?
सी मास्टर प्लानिंग बहुत आसान भाषा में अगर मैं कहूँ तो
Yes.
किसी भी एक बड़े प्रोजेक्ट का ब्लूप्रिंट है,
Okay.
राइट? ओवरऑल ब्लूप्रिंट हाउ यू वुड गो अबाउट. सो इट इज somebody who is becoming the master architect and envisioning how this will roll out. बट आम तौर पे आम भाषा में हम उसे सिर्फ एक नक्शा बोलते हैं. ये एक मास्टर प्लान है, खाका है, उसमें से प्लॉट्स काट दिए और मास्टर प्लान तैयार हो गया. बट एक्चुअली मास्टर प्लान इज समथिंग मच लार्जर देन.
Okay. And कैसे कैसे डिफरेंट है जो आपने बोला कि इट इज नॉट जस्ट अ नक्शा सो कॉल्ड, सो हाउ इज इट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम दैट?
सी किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट का बिगेस्ट फेलियर होगा अगर वो प्रोजेक्ट उस तरह से परसीव नहीं हो रहा है जैसा वो बनाया गया है, राइट?
करेक्ट.
सो उसमें सबसे पहले आती है कि उसकी स्टोरी क्या है. अब आपके पास एक बड़ा पीस ऑफ लैंड है, आपको उसमें सब डिविजन्स करने हैं और आपको सेल करना है. ये एक बिजनेस एस्पेक्ट है.
करेक्ट.
आप एक डेवलपर हो, आपने उसमें एक्स मनी लगाया, एक्स अमाउंट ऑफ लैंड है, उसको आपने सेल ऑफ कर दिया. उसका एक फाइनेंशियल एस्पेक्ट है कि आपको एक कैश फ्लो चाहिए. अगर वो कैश फ्लो कहीं रुकता है तो वो प्रोजेक्ट टेक ऑफ नहीं होगा, राइट?
करेक्ट.
उसका एक डिज़ाइन स्टोरी है, राइट?
करेक्ट.
सो सिर्फ प्लॉट्स काट के सेल कर देने से उसकी एक थीम, उसका एक विजन, उसकी एक स्टोरी नहीं बनेगी प्रोजेक्ट. राइट?
True.
तो वो स्टोरी बाद में नहीं बनाई जा सकती। आपके पास एक प्रोजेक्ट है और अब आपको एक स्टोरी बना के उसको सेल करना है,
Correct.
तो वो ऑब्वियसली एक आफ्टर थॉट रहेगा, वो
Correct.
आपको उन डिटेल्स में नहीं दिखाई देगा, राइट?
True.
सो जब हम इन सब चीज़ों को एक साथ रखते हैं, विच इज़ फाइनेंशियल, विच इज़ ऑल्सो रीजनल सेंसिटिविटी, सो कई बार हमारे पास बड़े बड़े लैंड पार्सल्स आते हैं जहाँ डेवलपर को इनिशियली आइडिया नहीं होता कि इसमें एक्टिविटी मिक्स क्या रखना है, राइट? सो उस लेवल पे थिंकिंग करके पहले उस करेक्ट एक्टिविटी मिक्स पे अराइव करना कि बेस में कमर्शियल इतना होना चाहिए, सेलेबल रेजिडेंशियल इतना होना चाहिए, इंस्टीट्यूशनल इतना होना चाहिए, ऑफ कोर्स रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सर्विसेज एंड ऑल वो तो करेंगे ही, मतलब दैट इज एनी आर्किटेक्ट्स जॉब, बट दैट learning comes from experience and from
Correct.
having that understanding of ROI, understanding of finances, understanding of cash flows,
But
the
you,
risks of a project.
but you as an architect, how did you get these all shades together? I would love to
मैं
understand.
बताती हूँ
Did you
आपको।
study that somewhere or like out of
It's
my curiosity? I want to
very
know.
very good question, because and it's a very logical question actually. So just like all architects, I finished my undergrad in architecture and then I did my masters in planning, both from SEPT Ahmedabad.
Okay.
एंड प्लानिंग में क्या होता है कि आपके पास एक स्टेटिस्टिकल अंडरस्टैंडिंग आ जाती है। जस्ट टू गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, अगर मैं एक कोई नई सिटी के बारे में आपको एक इंट्रोडक्शन दे रही हूँ एज अ प्लानर, राइट? सो आई विल गिव यू इट्स स्टेटिस्टिक्स
Okay.
टू हेल्प यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट दैट सिटी वुड बी लाइक। तो उसकी पॉपुलेशन कितनी है, उसका ग्रोथ पैटर्न इन द पास्ट 50 ईयर्स कितना रहा है, कितने परसेंटेज ग्रोथ रही है, in terms of area, in terms of densities, in terms of waste generation, in terms of AQI। मैं आपको एक सेट ऑफ पैरामीटर्स दे दूं, आपके माइंड में एक पिक्चर बन जाएगी एक शहर की, मोर और लेस करेक्ट,
Correct.
राइट? सो वी स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट स्पेसेस एंड लैंड्स एंड बिल्डिंग्स स्टेटिस्टिकली। तो वो स्टेटिस्टिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग वहाँ से शुरू हुई। उसके बाद when we set up in Delhi in 2004, this was the second office of our firm. We had already done 30 years worth of portfolio by then, and we are second generation, so that knowledge comes from there. But so initially for the first 8-10 years, we were doing all kinds of projects, small and big. But in 2012, there was a policy from the government, the cluster policy, 2010 to 2012. So suddenly we started getting a lot of these industrial cluster projects, जिसमें land parcels were typically between 50 to 300 acres के land होते थे, and usually developers या individual owners के पास ये land रहता था, and food parks, अगर आपको याद हो उस ज़माने में
Yes.
food parks बहुत सारे आए थे। So क्या होता था कि आपके पास एक land pool है तो आप government के पास apply करोगे, and once your project gets approved तो आप जितना उसमें अपना योर इनपुट विल बी योर लैंड एंड सम फाइनेंसेस, एंड द गवर्नमेंट विल बी गिविंग यू अप टू 70% कैश एज एन एडिशनल कैश विच दे विल रन थ्रू अ डिसबर्स थ्रू दी स्पेशल पर्पज व्हीकल। एंड उस प्रोजेक्ट को बनाना होता था, लॉट ऑफ इनेबलिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वाज देयर। उसमें यूजली जैसे फूड पार्क है तो उसमें प्राइमरी प्रोसेसिंग सेंटर्स, कलेक्शन सेंटर्स से लेकर आपके कोल्ड स्टोरेजेस, वेयर हाउसेज, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सपोर्ट, रिसर्च लैब्स, बहुत सारी चीज़ें, सोलर, ये सब रहते थे। सो वी स्टार्टेड विद द फर्स्ट क्लस्टर वाज अबाउट 12 एकर्स, एंड देन वी वेंट अप टू 3,500 एकड़ की लैंड का हमने सबसे लार्जेस्ट क्लस्टर प्लान किया है।
Wow.
And over the past, I would say from 2012 to 2018, we did a lot of these cluster projects. जिसमें सिर्फ food parks नहीं थे, there was electronic clusters, semiconductor के parks थे, tea park था, juicing park था, there were various kinds of clusters which were there. तो वहाँ से एक इकोनॉमिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग आनी शुरू हो गई, कैश फ्लो समझ में आने लग गया, बिकॉज ये प्रोजेक्ट्स लंबे चलते हैं और इन
Yes.
प्रोजेक्ट्स में मल्टीपल एजेंसीज इन्वॉल्व होती हैं, तो उनकी इंडिविजुअल का क्या माइंडसेट है, एक डेवलपर है किसी प्रोजेक्ट पे उसका क्या माइंडसेट है, एक क्लाइंट है उसका क्या, गवर्नमेंट है उसका क्या माइंडसेट है, एक डिजाइनर है उसका क्या माइंडसेट
Even
है,
जो end customer
जो
जिसके
एंड
लिए बन
कस्टमर
रहा
है
है.
उसका क्या माइंडसेट है, और
Correct.
इवेंचुअली उसका सक्सेस और फेलियर भी देखना
Correct.
उस प्रोजेक्ट का। तो वहाँ से एक नेक्स्ट लेवल अंडरस्टैंडिंग है। 2018 के बाद हमने स्मार्ट सिटीज़ में अपना पहला कदम रखा। सो वी स्टार्टेड वर्किंग विद स्मार्ट सिटी प्लानिंग। उसमें हमारा ABD जो एरिया बेस्ड डेवलपमेंट होता है उसमें पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स आ गए। उसके साथ साथ वी ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड बिकमिंग नोन फॉर डूइंग लार्ज स्केल प्रोजेक्ट्स, बिकॉज लार्ज स्केल प्रोजेक्ट्स को करने के लिए एक आर्किटेक्ट को एक अलग तरह का माइंडसेट और एक अलग तरह की अंडरस्टैंडिंग चाहिए होती है, बिकॉज
True.
उसमें दीज आर कैश सेंसिटिव प्रोजेक्ट्स, राइट? इसमें
Hugely.
ह्यूजली कॉस्ट सेंसिटिव। जस्ट टू गिव एन एग्जांपल, अगर कोई लैंड है जो कि ऑब्वियसली हाईवे से लोअर हो, बड़े लैंड पार्सल शहर के बीच में आपको नहीं मिले
Correct.
या आपको शहर के बाहर में,
Correct.
उन लैंड्स को बिल्डिंग वर्दी बनाने के लिए अगर मैं वहाँ मिट्टी फिलिंग करने लग जाऊँ, तो मेरा करोड़ों का खर्चा डे वन पे हो, right?
Correct.
And my client can't afford that, right? So even as an entrepreneur, I understand how to run my own business. The developer is also coming with that mindset that, you know, I need my ROI. I need to get my cycle started on a certain date. And then the project can be done phase wise. So phasing वहाँ से आनी शुरू होगी. Then another unique experience that our firm got was on doing wayside amenities. So हमने NHAI के साथ about 6 wayside amenities हमने कश्मीर में और कुछ हमने लेह में करी. And wayside amenities was also a different kind of, you know, project जिसमें थोड़ा डायनामिक फ़र्क था. साथ साथ हमने कुछ डेवलपर्स के लिए इंडिविजुअल प्रोजेक्ट्स किए. तो धीरे धीरे ओवर द इयर्स ये आई थिंक यू नो नॉलेज और एक्सपीरियंस होते होते टुडे वी आर हियर.
So what I would like to say is, you know, people say that the success is overnight, but there's a lot of sleepless
Oh
nights.
yes, oh yes.
I could see, you know, gathering so much as exposure, you know, with so many gametes. Then only you can have all those shades on a canvas to truly, you know, get and summarize it now for a developer that yes, because the economic understanding, financial understanding, the need and desire understanding, and then government policy, so many things must be there, and I'm sure this journey would be pretty challenging, no?
It was very interesting, I would say. You were just talking about, you know, think how, don't think how.
Yeah.
You were saying that, you know,
The
just
who.
yeah, who and don't think how. So जब मैंने प्लानिंग करी थी 2004 में स्टार्ट किया था, तब मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि हम ये वाले प्रोजेक्ट्स इस तरह से कर रहे होंगे.
True.
This what happens.
Excellent. So now, Manu, if I ask you, let's say, for example, master planning is what people understand, right? But you said that you were an inventor of a framework called Strategic Profitable Master Planning 2.0. Now, from a very layman, layman's language, how would you, what are the beliefs which a developer does hold? जैसे आपने एक belief बोला कि master planning का मतलब नक्शा है. Are there multiple beliefs at different levels from which a developer sees master planning? I would like to put that because when I meet, developers, तो बहुत सारी हमारी बातें होती हैं उनसे. तो उनके कुछ ऐसे beliefs जो आप address कर पाओ, I'm sure this is really going to help the community a lot.
See, first of all, you have to understand एक डेवलपर माइंडसेट क्या है, राइट? सो डेवलपर माइंडसेट बहुत ही, अगर मैं आसान भाषा में बोलूँ तो एक लैंड है, उसको डेवलप करना है और उससे मुझे रेवेन्यू लेना है,
Correct.
ठीक है? नाउ उसमें यूजुअली अलग अलग सर्विस पैकेजेस होते हैं, राइट? एंड दीज डेवलपर्स ऑल्सो हैव ईयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस,
Correct.
so they've come from their own understanding, right? But in today's day and age where things are very what do you call, very niche, right? You know, services are very highly specialized. एक डेवलपर सारा काम खुद नहीं कर सकता, right? So maybe they have a formula, they have a certain, you know, sort of understanding of कि भाई मेरे लैंड में से मैं इतने परसेंट एरिया अगर मैं सेलेबल बना दूँ तो मेरा इतना ROI आ जाएगा, विच इज़ एब्सोल्युटली स्पॉट ऑन, विच इज़ करेक्ट. बट इवन देन टू बिल्ड दैट प्रोजेक्ट, उसको वो एक्स अमाउंट ऑफ मनी तो लगाना ही लगाना है, राइट?
Correct.
नाउ उतना कंस्ट्रक्शन करने के लिए इफ समबडी टेल्स देम दैट इस मनी को इस तरह से फेज आउट करो, दैट इज द फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर. देन द आर्किटेक्ट कम्स एंड सेज दैट ओके सर, दिस इज द थीम, सो you can design it with this vision in mind. And then remember, the developer has to sell this vision to the buyer, right? So to present that project in the correct manner, and then third, to back it up with the delivery.
Yes.
Everything has to fit well. So we said that with our kind of experience, why don't we put it all together and we enter at a stage, not later. An architect comes a little later, right? After the initial planning has been done. In fact, most developers, one of the biggest mistakes that they do is they go with the architect with a vision in mind. Right? कि हमें ये बनाना है, अब आप नक्शे बना दो.
Correct.
That is
correct.
not how it works.
Beautiful. This is very powerful.
You have
very,
to
very
actually
powerful.
take, it's a collaborative process. कोई आर्किटेक्ट आपको आपका विजन समझ के शायद ना दे पाए, लेकिन वो आपके साथ बातचीत करके, आपके साथ ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग करके एक ऑप्शन ऑफ गैमेट ऑफ ऑप्शंस खोलता है और फिर आप उसमें से चूज करते हो कि हाँ अच्छा ओके दिस गोज विद द प्लेस द थीम. The second very big mistake I think developers do is they see something elsewhere and then they try and replicate it in some project of theirs. I've seen this classic mistake. वो they'll go to some country, they'll say अच्छा ये इस developer ने किया, this is selling. But once they come to their own site, that site has its own dynamic. वहाँ का distance, you know, from different kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
services,
yeah,
वहाँ
yeah.
की social, वहाँ की economic, वहाँ का buyer कौन है, उस buyer का क्या mindset है, वो सारी चीज़ें.
I think you reminded me of a line which my professor in MBA said. That once a CEO of HSBC was asked a question that how you are so much successful in scaling HSBC globally, and he said, "Going global but acting local
Local.
is the strategy for HSBC." So that's what
Absolutely.
you. So there must be a lot
Absolutely.
of role of data also in this whole process. I'm sure.
Absolutely.
What's
Yes.
how's that?
So I just explained how cities can be perceived as data,
Mm-hmm.
even design as data,
Mm-hmm.
right? The energy statistic, the financial numbers, the amount of steel that will go into the building, the amount of land development cost. So cost is one, material is the other, energy running, capex, opex is the other. Everything is a statistic, no? If you look at it,
Yeah, yeah.
you should know how to read the statistic. वो हमें सिखाया गया है.
Ah, nice, nice. And what would be the most top myth which you would highlight a developer holds when it comes to master planning?
That's a tough one because it depends upon the developer. मतलब
Okay.
ऐसा कोई एक myth नहीं है
कोई
which
नहीं
can be
सारे
busted.
बता दो आप.
Okay, myth. I just talked about a couple
Yeah.
of them that I saw something somewhere and
Ah.
this can be replicated here as is.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think one of them could be that I can design it myself.
Yeah. This is what I wanted to. क्या होता है
Yeah.
ना
But I think any intelligent developer will not have this myth anymore. I think there are very good process oriented good developers out there who
Yeah.
have that right mindset, who understand that they cannot and they need to get the right person on the job.
Correct,
I think there's also one more myth. I think also kind of some one section of the developers also think that for scalability they need to get a star architect on board and then the project will happen by itself.
Yeah, this I've heard a lot.
But ऐसा होता नहीं है. जो real problems होती हैं वो उन्हें deal करनी पड़ती हैं in the end. They are the ones who have to develop and deliver that project. We were
True.
just talking about some
Yeah.
star names that they want to
Yeah.
associate with the project.
Yeah.
But जब buyer आता है तो buyer का जो अपना buyer का जो अपना requirement होता है, buyer का अपना mindset जो होता है और buyer को जो value आप deliver करते हो वो बायर को दिखनी चाहिए. दैट इज द की आई फील, चाहे वो किसी भी कैटेगरी का बायर हो.
Correct.
इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम
Yeah.
सेइंग. Like when you're selling a, let's say when you're in marketing world they say na, when you're selling a car, are you selling a transport, are you selling a luxury,
Yeah.
right? So it's the same for spaces as well. I'm selling you a plot in a campus.
True.
What am I really selling you?
Correct.
Am I just selling you the land and the cost with it? Or am I selling you peace of mind, some policies that come with it, a vision, a place where you can actually imagine yourself living, working? Am I selling the ecosystem as a whole? Am I selling an ideology? If I make a net zero campus, I'm selling you more of an ideology, na?
Yes.
And of course, उसके numbers भी हैं, उसके statistics भी, उसकी running भी है, सब कुछ है. बट अगर मैं उस विजन के साथ आइडेंटिफाई नहीं करती हूँ, मैं कहती हूँ नेट जीरो से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, मुझे सबसे सस्ता प्लॉट चाहिए मार्केट में, देन आई विल नॉट कम देयर.
So Manu, if I ask you, what has been the most classic case study of a strategic, profitable master planning? What would it be for you?
वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. तो मैं 2-3 केस स्टडीज दूंगी अलग अलग टाइप के
Sure,
प्रोजेक्ट्स की,
sure.
राइट? सो फॉर एग्जांपल वी रिसेंटली फिनिश डूइंग दिस 30 acre industrial campus which has multiple types of industries,
Okay.
all by a private owner and developer. So this is a 30 acre land. It was slightly low lying than the highway, and of course the first challenge was whether to raise the land, and there was a big high tension line which was running right in the center of the plot.
Okay.
So high tension line means उसके नीचे वो कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं
नहीं
कर
कर
सकते,
सकते.
राइट? तो नॉर्मली टिपिकली हम क्या करते हैं कि बाकी एरियाज को यूजेबल करके और हम वहाँ ग्रीन बेल्ट या ग्रीन एरिया दे देते हैं, विच इज़ यूज फॉर कॉमन एमिनिटी, बट दिस वाज इंडस्ट्रियल, so there was no use of giving such a large green,
Belt.
which was actually more than what was mandated.
Mm-hmm.
So we created a lined pond
Mm-hmm.
in the center of the entire campus, right underneath
Mm-hmm.
the high tension line. And then we gave the buildings, which were all, and they were very large buildings, 2 to 3 lakh square feet of areas on all sides. And we created a whole central space which had worker amenities on one side and the corporate office on the other side. And this solved multiple problems. One, जो सारा कैचमेंट एरिया का सारा पानी था, वो पानी हमें कहीं ना कहीं ले जाना पड़ता, राइट. एंड 30 एकड़ लैंड का पानी को ज़मीन में रिचार्ज करना भी, जहाँ पर वाटर टेबल हाई है, राइट, इज़ नॉट एन ईजी टास्क. सो बाय दिस हमारे को एक रिचार्जिंग का एक टाइम मिलता है, बिकॉज इट्स अ लाइंड पॉन्ड, नंबर वन. Number two, because it's a water body, it's a lined water body, we developed a walkway around it and we lit it well. It became a distinctive feature, which was visual also. Third, there was additional water which they could pump out and use for their purposes of landscaping and other purposes for the campus, which was obviously readily available free of cost. So the right solution actually comes from turning around the challenge into an opportunity. So this was one type of case study. The other case study that I'll give you is that of another about 100-acre project that we did for a developer, master planning. Now, 100-acre land, and this was quite far from the city where we were designing, and they had to actually get the buyer from the city. So what we did was, and the frontage to the highway was very small, and the plot was extending all the way to a river which was at the back, right? So we did a detailed study of how plans get sanctioned in that development authority, and we found out that a 20-acre land parcel is something that is the easiest because उसमें compliance सबसे कम है. तो हमने वो 100 एकड़ को 20-20 के 5 sort of chunks में divide कर दिया. And then we designed certain inputs. So phase-wise development is something that we proposed. And they did a tie-up with the local sellers, and they said that first we'll sell the first phase, which is 20 acres. Okay. So the master plan and the master vision was shown for the entire 100 acre, even to the buyer. But the development was done phase-wise. I think this is also how typically most developers operate, that they will make a small part and then they will keep selling. But here what we did was we got a lot of diversity. So there were mango orchards in a certain area. तो हमने उसकी theme एकदम अलग दी. और जो road facing था वहाँ हमने ज़्यादा थोड़ा commercial activity. There was a mall and commercial complex that we planned so that city से थोड़ा traction आना शुरू हो. So again, like I said, that it is also a financial sort of input that. So the moment you make a commercial building, your revenue starts from there, right? You start leasing out those spaces, right? While your buyer is also buying. Then we also gave a temple. So because of the temple, the buyer was enticed that okay, ये तो already active है, and the temple was an ISKCON temple. They have their own activities, So all in all, it was a mix of financial decisions, economic decisions and commercial decisions.
So, at what stage does a project in context of master planning usually fails? Is it planning or is it execution or is it sales?
It can fail at any level. Okay. But if it isn't planned well, then the chances of failure are much higher on the later stages as well.
Okay.
It's like if planning is an absolute must. If you have already designed something, then you will have to sell that only. Right? If you haven't designed it well, if you haven't detailed it well, तो how will you execute it? तो execution में challenges आएंगे ही आएंगे. So planning भी अलग अलग stages में होती है. एक होती है overall planning कि मुझे बनाना क्या है, right? Who am I targeting? Who's my end customer? Who all can be my end customer? आज से 10 साल के बाद यहाँ का demography कैसे change होगा? यहाँ के future roads that are coming up, highways that are going to come up, and how is my land cost going to go up? And how is my what are my risks, right, at that time? So that is the overall planning, right? उसके बाद हमारा zoning and then the design of individual areas that comes. उस stage पे again planning, financial planning as well as your project planning, design planning. Then of course your tenders, if they're not done well. So we also we help the clients do tendering also. So our BOQs are done as per the schedule of rates, so that there are least extra items by the contractor. So किसी भी स्टेज पे ये सब रिस्क्स हैं आपके, तो इनके लिए प्लान करना है आपको.
एंड यूजुअली एट सेल्स लेवल व्हाट हैपेंस?
सेल्स लेवल पे अगर आपकी स्टोरी टाइट नहीं है, आपकी स्टोरी क्लियर नहीं है, तो सेल्स पर्सन इज वेरी they don't have a very good marketing or sales tool,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you have a very strong story and your design is backed by that, then the selling is easier, na?
Yeah, then they won't be operating in silos, I think, then
No, not just that. I mean,
it'll relate with it.
okay, what is the why for the buyer to come and invest in your land? So that why is not just an area and a cost. That why is that story.
Yes. And that story has to be very, very clearly
If it's
conveyed.
clear, it will translate into the design, na?
That in itself, the space fill in itself speak more, than the salesperson would have to push more. I think this is
Also
what you
true.
mean.
Also true. Also true. Yeah.
So, Manu, what are the most common patterns you see in the failed projects?
Like you said, improper planning and poor quality of execution is the other. And third is not having thought through till the last detail. So, let's say, for example, I'll give you a case of a wayside amenity, right? A wayside amenity will have a fuel portion and a non-fuel portion, right? Now, typically एक डेवलपर का माइंडसेट होगा कि ओके मेरे पास ये एक बड़ा लैंड पार्सल है, इसमें मुझे इतना पार्किंग दे देते हैं, इतना एरिया पंप के लिए, दिस इज़ माई एंट्री एग्जिट्स, दीज आर माई लेट्स से होटल और वट एवर हॉस्पिटैलिटी एरियाज, and this is my restaurant area, right? And maybe some saleable spaces or rentable spaces. Now, if I have not thought through that, what is my smallest plot size? How can I club it? Let's say, for example, once I start talking to the restaurants, मैंने सारे के सारे restaurant spaces 5,000 फीट के ऊपर के बना दिए. I'm just giving you an example,
Yeah.
right? I haven't thought through that, let's say मुझे 5,000 स्क्वायर फीट के बायर नहीं मिले, मुझे 500 फीट के बायर भी मिल रहे हैं, तो मैं उन्हें कहाँ अकोमोडेट करूँगी इन माई फ्यूचर प्लान. आप कर लोगे बाद में, बट वो बाद में एक आफ्टर थॉट होगा. अगर मैं पहले दिन आपको ये कहती हूँ कि मेरा स्पेस एलोकेशन उस तरह से कि आपको अगर 10 बायर 500 के मिले और 5 बायर 5,000 के मिले, तब भी इट विल वर्क. बट अगर आपके 10 बायर हजार के हैं और बाकी छोटे के लिए लेट्स से 10% एरिया मैंने रखा है, देन ऑल्सो इट विल वर्क. एंड मेरा ओवरऑल मूवमेंट एंड द विजिबिलिटी ऑफ दो स्टोर्स विल नॉट बी इम्पैक्टेड. सो देन इट इज अ थॉट थ्रू डिजाइन, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. I've seen that most projects which are not thought through, like for example, they'll not think of how will I get the footfall into this area. Many commercial spaces especially will have shop front, right? अब हर मॉल में शॉप फ्रंट आगे नहीं हो सकता, हर कमर्शियल स्पेस में आगे नहीं हो सकता. तो उस डेवलपमेंट में आप फुटफॉल अंदर तक कैसे ला रहे हैं, वो प्लानिंग आपकी पहले से होनी चाहिए. तब वो जो पीछे हैं उनको भी एक फुटफॉल मिलेगा, right? So yeah, those kind of things.
So, Manu, some developers focus on design, some focus on profitability.
It'll have to be both.
Okay.
डिज़ाइन तो है ही, मतलब एज एन आर्किटेक्ट मैं अगर उस स्पेस को डिज़ाइन ही नहीं कर पा रही हूँ तो वो तो मतलब दैट इज़ लाइक अ फेल फ्रॉम डे वन. वो तो होना ही है, somebody has to design it, right? But it has to be thought through with an integrated approach to designing. That is the biggest problem that is happening. That for financial, they're only talking to the CA. They're not even talking to the architect. And वो जो discussion है उसमें वो फिर architect को बोल रहे हैं कि अब आप नक्शा बनाओ.
हाँ, because क्योंकि they have, I think a developer
has
that a preconceived notion, I would say,
which also works, but that may not be the only approach that will work, na?
Yeah.
Building
I think,
design ke through.
But Manu, what I feel is, see, let's say for example, if I'm going to a doctor, right, I have a preconceived notion about a doctor that this is what he's going to do and this is what he's not going to do. Let's say for example, I'm going to an OPD doctor. I know he's not going to do surgery. Same way, maybe a developer also has a preconceived notion about architect कि यार इससे statistics या financial numbers की क्या बात करनी है, इससे आप नक्शे की बात करो. And maybe just because of that, that's what we covered in the start, that's the biggest myth, I think, which every developer must.
अब बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो. Just last week only, my first interaction with a client was, the client asked me, so आप लोग regular architecture और engineering करते हो या आप कुछ और भी करते हो? This was for a wayside project that I was in talks with a potential client. So I said, okay, hold on. And that's where I had to tell them that, okay, there's a whole approach that comes, because you can't, I would say, market today's
Yeah,
requirement in
yeah,
the market,
yeah.
because the numbers that are going into projects are very large,
Very large.
and they're too risky to
Yeah,
be.
capex is so high. I
Yeah,
mean,
the two, and even OpEx for that
yeah,
matter.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
made you a fantastic building with great capex, but उसकी operational cost उससे भी ज़्यादा है.
Correct.
It's a nightmare.
It's a big disaster. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a big disaster. So now, when we are talking about profitability, how do you truly, through your
Integrated
so-called innovative framework, how do you truly maximize the profitability of a developer? Just let us put some examples on the table so that we understand and the developers also get a lot of value through it. I'm sure.
वेरी वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. सो देखिए, कोई भी स्पेस जो है, एक एक टिपिकली एक सेलर या एक डेवलपर ऐसा सोचता है कि कुछ होता है कंप्लायंस,
Mm-hmm.
राइट? और वो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि रेवेन्यू जनरेटिंग हो. फॉर एग्जांपल
Correct.
ग्रीन स्पेसेस हैं, रोड्स हैं,
Correct.
सर्विस एरियाज हैं, एंड देन देर इज़ अ direct saleable plot, right? Or a saleable space.
Correct.
So as a designer, I look at spaces as revenue generating and non revenue generating. बहुत ही सिंपल तरीका है. आपकी जितनी नॉन रेवेन्यू जनरेटिंग स्पेसेस हैं, उनको आप या तो डायरेक्टली रेवेन्यू जनरेटिंग बना दीजिए, या फिर आप उन्हें इन सम वे नजिंग टूवर्ड्स एडिंग मोर रेवेन्यू टू द रेवेन्यू जनरेटिंग स्पेसेस बना दीजिए. आपका प्रोजेक्ट मोर प्रॉफिटेबल है.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. Number one. Number two, the rollout of the capex, right? So if my developer is rolling out all the non-revenue generating money on day one, पैसा खर्च करना सबसे आसान काम है,
Oh
right?
yes. Oh yes. Oh
मतलब
yes.
आसान काम नहीं है, but आसान है.
बहुत आसान है. Correct.
Because you can easily spend and make that. So मैंने एक स्कीम डेवलप करी. मैंने जितना नॉन रेवेन्यू जनरेटिंग था, मैंने रोड्स पहले बना दी, लाइट्स पहले लगा दी, मैं खर्चा भी लेके बैठ गई हूँ, और मेरे प्लॉट सेल नहीं हुए हैं.
Correct.
तो दैट्स अ क्लासिक मिस्टेक विच मे फेल, राइट? तो उसको प्रॉफिटेबल करना, तो उसके इनिशियल डिस्कशंस की, लाइक अगेन आई एम सेइंग कि आपका प्रोजेक्ट मिक्स क्या होना चाहिए और उसके फेजेस क्या होने चाहिए, और उसको अगर हम फाइनेंशियली देखें तो उसका फाइनेंशियल आउटफ्लो एंड इनफ्लो कैसा होना चाहिए.
Mm.
And also, I think energy is another thing that I think is mostly not talked about. But energy is a huge cost, which is your materials as well as your running cost. So solar to hai hi, but apart from that, wrong design in terms of, if there's not a good architect, then they will not take care of where my sun is moving, how my streets are aligned, whether my buildings will have, what facade will they be, what material am I putting on those facades on the key buildings. So aapke energy costs can also mount. And we are more moving towards a net zero economy. And uh, many people in my firm are, green building certified. I myself am a lead AP and a Griha certified professional. Also edge pe hum karte hain. So when you come with the understanding of energy sensitivity, then you design campuses which are more sustainable by design. So of course sustainability is also a buzzword for selling, but in reality it also helps the developer save a lot of money on operational costs.
Mm.
How about I give you a campus which has street lighting for free because they're all
Yes.
solar, right? How about I help you understand whether you should be putting a transformer and of what capacity, whether you should be putting one or two transformers, what should you be stepping, what should be your service routing on the campus so that running costs are lesser or
Wow.
maintenance costs are lesser.
Beautiful.
So stuff like that.
So that means following all these tips and tricks, there are a lot of profitability maximization which a developer can certainly get through.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I always say that you just need to have a cup of coffee with us, no charges.
Awesome. Awesome.
And कुछ तो उस discussion से आप लेकर ही जाओगे. And that's, I think, before the project begins, that's the right stage to have that cup of coffee.
Awesome. Awesome. So Manu, what is more dangerous, over designing or under planning?
Under planning, I think,
And why?
for sure. Because over designing में आप execution के समय control तो कर सकते हैं.
Okay.
But अगर planned ही नहीं है तो मतलब
The direction
that's
is.
it's like, Charles Correa had this article, the famous architect Charles Correa, who's no more, that don't take the last train leaving. So it's not like you just take a train and reach somewhere.
Yes.
You have to decide where you want to go.
Where you want. And what is the number one mistake, let's say, architects, what is the number one mistake developers make before choosing an architect, specifically in context of master planning?
Again, very good question. Either just going by the name,
Okay.
uh, not having an interaction, a detailed interaction with them, to be able to understand a vibe check, that whether they are able to understand their mindset, because each developer is also different, just like each architect is also different. So if they have that interaction and a discussion, and they should ask all the tough questions in the beginning, that agar ye nahi hua to ye kya hoga. Also maybe see some of their work.
Yeah.
So I think that's how they should, rather than just going about with a name. एक बड़ा नाम ले लिया है, and then later on they are struggling.
And let's say if I'm a client and who approaches you for, I have a land parcel and I want to get I want to get master planning done. So what is the process usually which you follow of this entire discovery call? I want to understand as and be in that shoes to understand myself.
Okay, nice question. So see, मैंने देखा है developers के साथ, usually the service package is broken into 2-3 parts. Uh, the first part is, of course, the vision and the planning of the project. That is the concept and the layout plan, as you say, but backed by numbers. That's the first stage, because after this entire exercise, the developers teams actually get busy with selling of the project, getting clearances and stuff like that. Then the second part is going to be in the detailed design part. So there are some buildings on the campus, there is roads, storm water of the entire campus has to be calculated, and uske hisab se storm water drains are designed, street lighting is designed. So all the detailing happens there. And then the third is, before execution, they need a tender, they need GFCs for the contractors. In most large projects, a PMC is also involved. We work a lot with PMCs. And I think timely delivery of such a project, timely delivery of each stage from the team's side is an important part of the entire package, because time is of essence. And I can't be just working endlessly at every stage. So I think they need to really hold hand and, sort of walk there together.
So how does wrong land utilization kills profitability, or maybe certain mistakes in density planning? I would like to have your insights on it.
Again, a very good question. So इसका आंसर ना अलग अलग typologies of projects के लिए अलग अलग होगा.
Okay.
So if it's a residential villa and a housing scheme, then the end user. So I think इसका आंसर अलग होगा. अगर industrial है तो अलग होगा, और अगर let's say wayside amenity type of project है तो अलग होगा.
सबको सारे बताओ ना तो मजा आएगा.
तो residential में अगर आपने जो see, I think phasing is the most important part of the entire project cycle. And then within the campus, there is always a zoning,
Okay.
right, that you have to do. So you have to take care of the selling cycle while phasing the project.
Okay.
So I think one of the biggest fails would be that to develop an area which is, let's say, पीछे वाला area पहले develop कर दिया, या you're not developing the cell baits first. So like I gave you an example कि उन्होंने पहले एक temple को बुलाया, and then they were developing that. So उन्होंने activity पहले generate करी, और साथ के साथ उन्होंने plotting करके उसको sell किया, vis-a-vis कि नहीं पहले plot sell कर देते हैं और बाद में हम
Activity
उस
या
activity को
attraction बाद में
लाएंगे.
लेकर आएंगे.
So I think that is one. And wrong land utilization starts with wrong project mix. आपने उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा विलास बना दिए, आपने अपार्टमेंट्स कम रखे.
Yes.
So that mix.
You're killing my next question, by the way.
So that mix of how should it be done, and sometimes it's also a good idea to do a dip test. So you do the first phase and you have some mix, and then you also see कि market से आपको क्या signs आ रहे हैं. I think most developers already do this kind of
Okay.
stuff. So they do phase wise, sort of development.
You've emphasized a lot of times, on phasing.
Yeah.
So what's the role of phasing, and can you give me a classic case study for any phasing success or a failure which you've encountered?
See, phasing basically means कि आप उस project को phase wise कैसे बनाएंगे.
Okay.
ठीक है. तो सबसे पहली चीज़, like I am already saying again and again, is कि एक overall plan कि eventually क्या बनने वाला है यहाँ पे.
Yeah.
एक शहर हमें बसाना है, एक हमें 100 एकड़ की एक टाउनशिप बनानी है,
करेक्ट
तो इसका विजन क्या है? कल
करेक्ट
को ये इट इज़ जस्ट हाउसेस दैट हैव बीन सोल्ड, ugly or beautiful looking,
यस
or they are iconic with a few iconic towers, or it is a campus which is totally lush green where people are really sort of senior living के लिए भी, so theme आपकी क्या है,
यस
all of that. And then the second thing is about how your capex is planned. So आपने एक उस पूरे प्रोजेक्ट के लिए अपने माइंड में एक मनी एलोकेट किया होता है, जो कि आप भी मार्केट से ले रहे हो, आप भी उसको रोटेट कर रहे हो, आप उसको फेज आउट करोगे. सो द आउट एंड द इनफ्लो आर बोथ साइकिल्स, right, which can be done in stages, in phases, and they can be mapped together. It's not rocket science.
या
आप ऑलरेडी इन योर माइंड तो उसे करते ही हो ना, बट उसको
Correct.
डिज़ाइन के साथ थोड़ा इंटीग्रेट कर
Integrate
देंगे
करते हैं.
अगर, then the project becomes a piece of cake. It just becomes very easy.
Much better ROI.
Yeah.
Amenities do play a lot of a big role, and today a lot of developers do focus on amenities. What's your take whenever, let's say, any developer is designing a master planning for residential? What role do you see of amenities?
It may have a central role or it may have a secondary role, but amenities are something that have to be there, they cannot be ignored, and they have to be integrated. To give you an example, suppose मैं एक वेस्टर्न स्टाइल लिविंग सोसाइटी बना रही हूँ जहाँ पर मैं जो अमेनिटीज़ हैं मेकिंग दम एक्सेसिबल टू पीपल, राइट. So outside of India, people use washers by themselves. They walk to the services and then the services are accessed by you. Let's say I'm designing in some remote area और वो मेरी theme है, right? So I will put the amenities in the center then, right? This is one. My other amenities are clubs, clubhouses, and I think amenities have a huge role in making the overall space or overall saleability of the project easier or not easier. So if the amenities are good, they can actually play a very central role in being in sort of supporting the revenue generating spaces. Amenities, by the way, can also revenue generate on themselves if planned well. So, for example, in certain large corporate campuses, we design a standalone business center, which will solve multiple problems, which will also get footfall, which will also generate revenue on its own, and which can be a shared resource with the society.
So now, if I ask you, FSI and FAR optimization is a very important pivot, I feel, in master planning. And are there any mistakes on that context or that front as well?
See, if you have a designer on board, of course, they will tell you how much FSI is allowed and how much utilization you can do. Sometimes developers choose not to use the entire FAR,
yeah.
right? But phase wise development में आपको ये फायदा है कि आप phase 1 में एक certain amount of FSI use कर सकते हैं. And as you go forward, if the scheme is selling very fast, you can actually increase the FSI and take the benefit of the whole space being utilized. But I think as a designer, there I would say that one has to see that whether it is doing me or my entire project good or not, right? So again, how is that FSI being divided over different types of functions for commercial or for residential? So yeah, so I think it has a pivotal role. Of course, the architect should understand what is the FSI of that project, but it can be managed phase wise.
And Manu, if I ask you, since we spoke about profitability, now for any developer, cash flow is always a very, very important pivot. Now, if I've bought a land, my funds are already dried up, let's say, for example, and I want you to be the lead designer, architect, or a strategic advisor. What would be your advice to me to optimize that cash flow and then still run it through?
So, very nice question. You have no cash, right? Let's assume it
Let's
that
assume.
way. Let's assume.
Yeah.
First of all,
Because trust me, situations do arise like
I
this.
agree with you. I agree
Because
with you.
sometimes एक डेवलपर को लैंड इतनी अच्छी लग लेती है, वो कहता है यार मेरे को 150 करोड़ की लैंड है, मेरे को तो यही लेनी है.
देखो पहली बात तो लैंड अपने आप में भी अप्रिशिएट होती है. So the developers sometimes choose not to develop it
Correct.
and let it appreciate on its own. But actually market में काफ़ी tools हैं. For example, timeshare. For example, some investors can come on board. So, or funding from external sources, which helps you just take the project off, and then you can, sort of balance your cash flows. So there are various tools with the help of which you can handle situations like this and just go till the takeoff stage.
Okay.
And then after that, once your money starts to come in, let's say for example, बहुत आसान अगर मैं example दूँ, तो आपने initially कुछ plots, एक area आपने time share के लिए रख दिया, and you have an agreement with someone, right? And then you have one area where you can actually get people to buy. So they are your initial actually sort of contributors. And then once you have that little kitty, then your project can take off from there.
That means overall design has a huge uh, interrelation with the cash flows of the whole project.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it have? It's obvious, no?
Mm.
And these days, I think good developers are all asking for good common amenities, good public areas, well-designed spaces. It's not just कि कुछ भी
Yeah.
बना दिया and then
Yeah.
it sells, because that you will also always get that kind of buyer or that class of buyer,
Correct.
the kind of space that you design.
So what role, Manu, does psychology plays in the entire master planning, and that too yet to make it strategic and profitable also?
Huge role. I think everything in a master plan is about psychology. So the psychology of the buyer and the buyer or the end user is not of one type. So we always do. In fact, we keep emotion many a times. We keep emotion as central to our design.
Wow.
That, let's say for example, if my entire scheme is based around water bodies, right? So I've got artificial ponds, I've got villas or apartments which are facing that water body, and that people have, developers typically do like a golf course or like a water body or lawns or whatever. So there's always that facing, that you will sell, right? तो वो क्या है? वो psychology ही है ना. So if you understand their psychology, you can actually integrate it and still give everyone something,
Yes.
so that you're able to sort of sell each and every corner of your scheme,
Yes.
right? And उसी को अगर मैं industrial clusters में देखूं तो आपकी adequate connectivity, adequate parking and facilities, your truck holding areas, and the right mix. So many a times the developer also needs to liaison and do the right collabs and get the right mix of the project to come in. So then your buyer actually becomes your seller.
Yes. True. I mean, they become your own marketeers. I mean, absolutely.
Not just that name itself is enough, na?
Yeah.
Once you've got, like, let's say, like I said, a certain brand of a temple comes, or a certain brand of a hospital comes there, or a certain school is coming there,
Yes.
that becomes your selling also, na? In a way, indirectly.
So, Manu, what small planning tweaks can significantly increase the ROI for a developer?
Planning tweaks that can significantly change the ROI.
And increase the ROI or change the ROI?
I would say the first thing is the story of the project.
Okay.
I think if the story is clear, the overall narration, then your characters of the story, your individual parts will all function to feed that one story. If that story is not there, the overall concept or the theme is not there, फिर तो आप कुछ भी बना लोगे ना. फिर तो ये 3 लेआउट हैं, चूज कर लो.
So that means, just like Aditya, there was very clear कि धुरंधर 1, धुरंधर 2, और वो बन के 5
वो
महीने
विजन
में
तो था
the
ना
vision
किसी
was
का.
very clear.
वो किसी का एक विजन तो था ना.
Yeah. That vision was very clear. Then only, the movie became blockbuster, and that too in just 5 months it did such a good business, and
Of
it
course.
touched so many hearts and so many emotions. So you're absolutely right that the storyline, the clarity of the storyline has to be very, very clear. And then even if it's phased properly in a right time to manage the right cash flow also, I think it will play in its whole integral role.
Everything. I mean, it will show into the material that you've put onto the facade of the building or the flooring, everything. It will show into the brands that you've brought in, everything. And the buyer.
So let me ask you a tricky question. What is that, architects know themselves when they're doing any master planning, but they don't tell developer? Let's have a confrontational questions also.
Architects know themselves and they're not telling the developer. I don't know. I don't think ऐसा कुछ है.
अच्छा.
I think वो लड़ाइयाँ पहले हो जाएं वो ज़्यादा अच्छा है.
True, true,
So
true.
so sometimes we have those kind of discussions with initial part with the client where we are not agreeing, but we choose to disagree.
ऐसा होता होगा, I'm sure, है ना?
होता है, कई बार होता है, and the client then says कि नहीं नहीं this, you know, I don't agree with this. Then you argue it out ना. You're backed by logic. ऐसा
Yeah,
तो है
backed by
नहीं कि
logic,
आप कोई
yes.
whimsically कुछ
Yeah,
कर
yeah,
रहे
yeah,
हैं.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Manu, what are the silent killers in this master planning forte?
Time,
Okay.
time leak, मतलब अगर if the PMC is not doing their job well, quality of construction is something that many a times architect के scope के बाहर हो जाती है because वो contractor होता है वहाँ.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the saddest thing if the project is not executed well.
Yeah.
And third, of course, is the launch of the project, selling of the
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
So वो बहुत important है. The right brands have to come in. वो भी एक architect के purview के बाहर ही होता है एक level पे.
Correct. Correct.
So these are those silent killers which can be the risks.
So that means there
later.
has to be a marriage of so many functions.
Of course. In fact, मैं आपको एक बड़ा interesting example देती हूँ. जब हम vision plans और smart cities पे काम कर रहे थे, जब हमने start किया था, our team also had CAs and they had waste experts, we had traffic experts who were actually helping us understand कि let's say ये हाईवे है, यहाँ मेरा ये प्रोजेक्ट है, तो इस पे इतना ट्रैफिक आता है, जिसमें इतना कार है, इतना ट्रक है, इतना ये है, इस तरह का मूवमेंट है. Let's say the next pit stop is that far, so this is what you can actually make here. तो वहाँ से चीज़ स्टार्ट होती है. इट इज़ नेवर कि जिस ये लैंड है, ये लो 3 ऑप्शंस एंड देन यू आर डन.
And Manu, let's say for example, if I come to you as a developer, and if I give you a brief, okay, what mistakes usually do developers make while giving a first level briefing?
टू नॉट गिव अ ब्रीफ इनफ. आई जस्ट टेल यू दैट ओके मेरे पास एक 100 एकड़ की लैंड है और मुझे इसमें
ये बनाना, ये
मुझे
बनाना,
इसमें
ये
प्लॉट्स मुझे इसमें प्लॉट्स विलास और
High-rise
ये
बनाना है.
हाई राइज बनाना है, लेट्स से, या व्हाटएवर. दैट्स इट. सो यू हैवंट एक्चुअली गिवन मच इनपुट ऑन यू नो व्हाट. आई एम श्योर यू हैव डन योर रिसर्च एंड आप कभी भी अपनी सेल्स टीम को अपने आर्किटेक्ट के साथ मिलने ही नहीं देते. तो
That's a very
वो
big thing.
बातचीत तो कभी हो नहीं
कोई
रही.
नहीं रही. Correct.
तो हम कहते हैं ना कि वी वांट टू स्पीक विद दैट गाय एंड देन वी आस्क देम कि अच्छा व्हाट इज द इजीएस्ट प्लॉट साइज फॉर यू टू सेल इन द बिगिनिंग. एंड सो उनके चैलेंजेस, उनके साथ एक क्वेश्चन सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. प्लस आई थिंक ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंडिंग द लैंड इट्सेल्फ. सो जस्ट हैविंग अ लैंड इज नॉट लैंड. पे मेरे को एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग एग्जाम्पल याद आ रहा है. Large land parcels usually tend to have either a water body or a high tension line, or sometimes they are hill, you know, high topography lands. If the planning is not with the topography or it's not with the features, then many a times land development itself is such a huge cost that even before the project is started constructing, the developer is actually in a big red.
Yes.
कि मैं इतना कट एंड फिल कैसे करूँ इस लैंड पे. तो वो कॉस्ट को कैसे ऑप्टिमाइज करना है, वो डिज़ाइन के साथ इंटीग्रेटेड होता है. सो अगेन आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अ क्लस्टर दैट वी डिड. इसमें हमारे पास 2 हिल्स आ रही थी. दिस वाज इन द नॉर्थ ईस्ट एंड देयर सो वी व्हाट वी डिड वाज वी रैन द प्राइमरी जो हमारी रोड थी दैट वाज गोइंग ऑन द हायर कॉन्टूअर्स विच वर नॉट दैट यू नो अप एंड डाउन. एंड देन वी द subsidiary roads were all sloping down and then our lands or the plots were in terraces. So the land development cost was significantly reduced. Vis-a-vis मैं आपको एक बहुत अच्छा good looking master plan with a great view and a walk through दे दूँ, and then when you go and translate it you realize that अरे ये तो मतलब मुझे पहाड़ी काटना पड़ेगा, which is neither going to be sustainable nor possible, and plus a huge cost center. That won't work.
Correct. And what KPIs, Manu, you think, or let me put it in this way, what KPIs define a good master plan?
Good indicators of a master plan. Okay, I would say diversity.
Okay.
So how flexible is your plotting scheme, right? Of course, the first statistic is the percentage utilization of the sellable area,
Okay.
right? The second, like I said, is the flexibility. So let's say if I get a lot of queries of small plots, vis-a-vis I get like one which is like one large anchor plot and many small ones. And third is the value.
Okay.
that I am adding on that project, which is related to my story. कि वो
Hmm.
ले ही क्यों रहे हैं, वो यहाँ
Hmm.
क्यों ले रहे हैं, वो
Hmm.
यहाँ क्यों आए? Why should they come here? So
Correct.
these are the three, I would say, KPIs that one should keep in their mind.
So, Manu, how do you see master planning getting evolved in next 5 to 10, 15 years?
It's a time of change, and so much technology is changing, buyer mindset is changing, requirements are changing. So पहले typically इसी तरह की schemes होती थी, इसी तरह के plots होते थे, which were direct saleable plots. Now people are looking for experience, people are looking for value, right? So more EV ready campuses, more energy sufficient campuses, more waste sufficient campuses, more to do with better AQI, better landscaping, uh, tech integrated. How's my campus giving you a world away from the world, from the city? So ये सारी चीज़ें are things very much a reality of today, right? And they are all very, very easily profitable, fortunately for us, because they're not just cost centers. Maybe initially थोड़ी cost शायद बढ़े, शायद ना भी बढ़े, right? But अगर वो mindset है आपका, तो आप उस vision के साथ बनाओगे. So it is not just एक चीज़ उसको sell किया, but also what are you selling? So I think this is the biggest shift that has happened in the past 5-6 years, and going forward, it will be even more, a lot more. And I think the best thing that a developer today can do is to be ahead of the times.
Yeah.
And can give schemes which are talking about these things and which are selling these things, because the buyer is extremely quality conscious now.
True. True. And Manu, what advice would you give to a developer who's starting today and he has a piece of land? What would be your piece of advice to them?
Come to us.
I think that's a straight, simple answer. That's a straight, simple answer. I know, but I'm very sure that anyone who's going to
come for that cup of coffee.
No, that's great. Absolutely, and I'm sure with the kind of wisdom you guys have gathered by spending so much of hours on just a subject, master planning, and you got so deep into that. I think it's always said
strategic master planning. Master plan बहुत लोग
and that
बनाते
too
हैं.
profitable, huh? Making it profitable.
And profitable. And to answer your question on a slightly serious note, I think a new developer should be very abreast with the policy. And most of these real estate organizations have seminars, events where they talk about policies which are going to come up, right? And they should also look at energy very seriously. Because if they're a new developer, they would usually be a developer of the future, I'm imagining,
Yes.
right? So sustainability, energy saving, they are not buzzwords anymore. They are actual real things which can be translated into real design and sold accordingly. So whether they are or any kind of space. तो एक चीज़ बना दीजिए, आउटडेटेड चीज़ बना दीजिए, एंड देन यू ट्राई एंड ऐड सॉल्यूशंस. उससे बेहतर है आप शुरू से प्लान करके चलिए. एंड आई थिंक फॉर अ न्यू डेवलपर ये एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है
Awesome.
in disguise. One, they don't have a baggage,
Correct.
right? They don't have a baggage of some, so they can start afresh.
Afresh. Absolutely. So
Travel the world, bring the best of learnings from there, and then apply it with the local knowledge and build
Yeah.
something that has never been built before.
So it reminds me of the Japanese culture that an hour spent on planning saves you at least 10 hours of execution.
Which is very true.
And
Which is very,
reworks
very
and all
true.
that. So again, I would like to I think thank you would be a very small word, to the extent, because the topic which we've touched today, I feel there's a huge investment when it comes to huge, not just investment, cash flow, risk, ROI on risk, so many lives on risk, I would say.
Yeah.
When a master planning starts, and if it doesn't turns out,
Yeah.
it's a big nightmare. It's a
And
big
so,
nightmare.
and also to add, I think it's not an architect, just an architect who can deliver all this. It has to be backed by a whole team.
Oh yes.
So when I speak, I'm not speaking as Manu Goel. I'm speaking as a team of Novak which has different types of expertise. तो एक developer को एक ये comfort तो होना चाहिए ना, that I
Correct.
will get different types of, I can't expect one person to know all, right? So a team backed, and I think this also brings to your earlier question, that what should they look for? I think they should look for it that the architect is not just a sole architect.
Yeah.
They are backed by
Proper
knowledge centers.
knowledge centers.
So that's how your advice becomes holistic and strategic. And I've also really enjoyed.
So even
talking
it reminds me of another line that no one can be better than all of us.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
So when it's all together as a team, I think together everyone achieves obviously
Absolutely.
and certainly more.